Hey guys, you're back with Juzzy, and today we're doing a video of the new install of bike mirror parts. So yet again, this is probably my 6th or 7th set of mirrors for the bike, just trying to try different things and get a feel for it. And maybe this might be something that you'll consider as well. What you'll see here is that I've got a K-Speed Diablo mirror on a generic eBay / Amazon / AliExpress mount, and that simply bolts into the factory location where the stock mirrors would go. Same thing for that side. Now, what I've been considering to do in order to make the handlebars nice and flat, and kind of to avoid this sort of appearance from some generic, obviously non-galvanized bolts that come with the sort of cheapy mirror brand mounts, is I've been looking at actually mounting mirrors to the forks. Now this is a 22 Rebel Edition, Rebel 500 Special Edition, and it comes with these covers. So these are blacked out covers that you get for the bike. Comes with some rubber, as you can see here, around the forks as well. It's got a little clamp which is screw tightened. Might be a little bit hard to see, but I was thinking, well, what if I actually got some mirrors mounted to this area that came out like this, and they'd sort of, I guess, be at around about that handlebar height or so, just to try them out. So that's exactly what I did. Now, I had a look at WeBike Japan, and they had a set of chrome mirrors, but I didn't have them in black. So I went to the trusted AliExpress and found a set identical, exactly the same, but they were in a black color. So, as per usual, I've come home from work and there's a package waiting for me. And so this is what they look like. So as you can see, it's all blacked out. There's a couple of bolts there that are chrome that I can easily blacken out. Now, this mount is a mount that goes up to 41 mil, and I don't see how it's actually adjustable. It looks like it just is for 41 mil. So basically, this clamp goes around that part of the fork, or anywhere you like on the fork. So I guess technically you could raise that up and have it mounted down here, but I think that's going to be way too low. My intention is to undo this bolt, put it around this fork, and then you can see here that this part of the bracket, if that's what you want to call it, can rotate 360 degrees, and then as well you have ability to sort of tighten and loosen this grub screw to rotate the mirror up and down on the actual clamp. And then lastly, the mirror has a ball socket that you can also tilt the mirror as well. So this was around about, I think it was 50 Australian dollars, but I'll double check and I'll put the link in my video description. As is always the case, the link to the part will be found in my description comments box sort of thing beneath the video. Now, it's highly likely that this link, like most of the links you'll find in my videos, end up expiring. So if you end up going to look at something like eBay, AliExpress, then what you might need to do is just do a search for the term. So you'll see that I'll put the naming convention in the description, and you just have a search at that time to try and find a link that's about right. So objects in mirror are closer than they appear. So it is slightly, is it flat or is it convex? It's hard to tell. So it doesn't have much convex to it. I'll try and put that to a flat area. It's not very convex, but we'll see what it's like once I install it. So yeah, I'm going to start by loosening that Allen key, and I'll place it around the clamp, and let's just have a look what it looks like in the stock position. Alright, so here we are with the mirrors installed, and I just wanted to talk you through some of the things I did to sort of customize this and get this right. So what I found is that when I use the bracket here, pointed backwards, of course when I went to turn, I'd find that the fork, that part would actually tap the actual tank. So I then tried putting the mount on this side, so back here, but then it didn't have enough width to actually make me see behind me, and just I was only able to tilt the mirror so that I could sort of see more on an angle. So I decided to move it forward and leave it on this outer position. So you can see there, it's the brackets on the outside, brackets on the outside. And then I rotated the actual rod here, the mounting rod, so that it was pretty much just beneath flush. So you can see that it just sort of tapers down on the edge. Same thing, of course, for that side. And then, of course, I used the grub screw here, the Allen key, undid it, took this off, and what I actually did was I had a look at the width of the mirror that it came with. Now the mirror is perfectly fine, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I prefer the fit and finish of the Diablo part. So this is the mirror that I've always had. You can find this one on the K-Speed website under Rebel 500. So basically you just unscrew this grey part from this black mount. And then of course I found that this threaded insert for the mirror was the same as this one and every single mirror that I've purchased before. So I could just thread this grey part with the Diablo mirror straight into the inner part of this body. So I've now got the Diablo mirrors on the actual forks now. So, you've seen that I've actually put these mirrors in a number of places. I've sort of had them on here, up. I've had them rectangular style on here. You'll see all the different versions of that on my Instagram, which is Tweaked Rebel. Same name as this YouTube channel. So Tweaked Rebel and Juzzy Evo X, they're my two main things that I publish on here. So yeah, so what I found is that when I'm actually coming onto the bike, it has a similar position to what you would see for those clips you can buy, which allow you to mount the stock mirrors in a downward facing position. But of course you get rid of the stock looking stems for the mirrors and the stock mirrors, and you get to go with a aftermarket part like this. So yeah, here I am. I'm hoping this sort of represents, I'm just going to look, yeah, so it pretty much looks like this to my naked eye. So yeah, basically I have the ability to see just where the outer edge of my waist is, and I can see back there. I don't have to tilt my head down to look at it. Normally when you have this Diablo mirror as a part of the normal bar end mirror setup for the drag bar, the mirror actually ends up out here in this position and it's lower. So the drag bar is kind of at that level, comes across and then goes down that much. So yeah, this is a bit better. Makes the, I'll see if I can put this on wide angle. There you go. Makes the top of the handlebars nice and flush, nice and neat. And let's go back to normal view. So I've just put a typical Christmas tree style black clip in here. So that makes that nice and flush. So on both sides, I've had this on here before when I've mucked around with mirror setups. So yeah, every time I change a new mirror setup, I tend to like it, and then probably in a week or two, I end up don't liking it. So I'm just going to see what it's like. When I stand up here in this position, I can see obviously more of my stomach because I'm sitting perfectly upright. But as I move forward, then I sort of come into a position like this where it's good for me. So I just have to really just muck around with it, see how I go, tilt and adjust them the way that I like, and then yeah, see how I feel about it. Just an update. I know you guys follow the mods that I've done, and I've done the handlebars recently, the license plate holder. What I've actually found is that with this license plate holder, I've found that the bolt actually tends to work loose a tiny bit. So even though in my install I actually put Loctite on there, I'm not quite sure if it's the length of the actual whole bar and then it's just loosening, but I've had to check it every few days or so because yeah, in the week since I've uploaded the video, they just become slightly bit loose. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to just monitor that and just let you know how that goes. But yeah, it's been perfectly fine. What I've taken into account is that when I used to have the side mounted mirror, Uber Eats scooter riders and crap used to come by and they could knock it, and did knock it, and even in my presence knocked it. But now that this thing is at the back, it means that when I reverse park into a whole string of bike bays, the thing I'm now sort of worrying about is if I go back far enough, then a pedestrian walking along the footpath may hit it. I don't think that people generally tend to walk so close to the bikes, but you just need to know that it's a possibility. And if I don't reverse back so far, then what happens is the motorbike riders that sort of come along the street come close because they're waiting for cars to pass them on the outer side, so they wait. And then, yeah, I'm just worried that someone might hit it with a peg. So I fully rotate my handlebars like that so that I can have as less length to the bike poking out onto the street as possible. So I hope I'm actually describing this position for parking and whatnot properly to you, but what I might do is just put a picture up at the end of this post, just sort of showing what the bays look like where I park. So yeah, actually good idea. So whilst I'm here, I'll sit back on top again and just show you that, yeah, when the handlebar's in the full lock position, it's got plenty of space, probably a finger's worth of space. And of course you adjust the mirror to the way you like it, but yeah, so nothing's fouling at all. So there's the mirror down there, pretty good. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So ridden the bike a few times this week, really enjoy having the handlebar in a higher mounted position. Yeah, just completely transformed. I was starting to just get annoyed by having the drag bar all the time and just leaning over, and yeah, back was getting a bit upset by it. But in this upright position, it's fantastic. And I don't find that having the handlebars up makes my ability on the freeway to sort of, what's the right word, be impeded in any way. The wind doesn't affect me, doesn't annoy me. It's actually totally fine. So yeah, win-win. So this is what the bike looks like. Just do a quick walk around. It's probably about 6:15 at night. So I think it looks really a lot neater having the mirrors down low, of course, because the handlebars always look nice and neat. And yeah, let's see how we go. You guys know what I'm like. I like to chop and change and mix things up, so I hope this mirror install actually helps someone. And if you're interested in buying this part, check out the link in the description below. And yeah, it was such an easy install. Yeah, the bracket easily went over that and tightened down nice and secure. Probably what I would say is when you go to tighten it, don't absolutely ram that bolt in, because you don't want to upset these forks in any way. You don't want to bend it or just, yeah, put extra pressure on that shouldn't be there. So yeah, like always, you can use Loctite to get bolts into the right position and try and hold them. And yeah, I think that's all I can say for now. So hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll probably be back next time, maybe with another video log, just to give you my impressions and just sort of give you guys an idea of what it's like to ride the bike with these Noy Customs 4-inch ape bars. I'm really loving them, and I hope you guys show your support for the channel by liking the videos, subscribing and commenting down below. It really helps me with trying to get my content out there and just sort of get some revenue for actually teaching you guys some little tricks that I've done to modify this bike. Right guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.